There were a group of teenagers who decided to go camping in a forest. One night, they sat around the campfire telling scary stories. One of the teenagers, named Sarah, told a story about a group of campers who were terrorized by a ghostly presence in the wood. The story was so scary that everyone was left trembling with fear. As they all settled down to sleep, they heard strange noises coming from the woods. They tried to ignore it, thinking it was just an animal, but the noises kept getting louder and closer. Suddenly, they heard a voice whispering Sarah's name. The teenagers were terrified and huddled together in fear. They realized that the story Sarah had told earlier was not just a story, but a warning. They all knew they had to do something before it was too late. They decided to grab their flashlights and venture into the woods to investigate. As they walked deeper into the forest, the darkness grew thicker and the noises grew louder. Suddenly, the flashlights went out, leaving them in complete darkness. Then they heard the sound of footsteps getting closer and closer. Suddenly, they saw a figure materialize in front of them. It was the ghostly presence from Sarah's story. They tried to run, but the ghostly figure was too fast. It chased them through the woods, its ghostly hands reaching out to grab them. The teenagers finally made it back to their campsite, but the ghostly figure did not stop chasing them. They could hear it whispering their names in the darkness. They knew they were not safe. In the morning, they realized that one of their friends was missing. They searched the woods and found her body, covered in ghostly handprints, and her hands were badly burned. They checked and Sarah was still breathing, but barely. They took Sarah back to the campsite. Soon after, Sarah gained her strength and explained that the ghost had taken almost all her energy to give itself life again. They knew that they had all narrowly escaped a terrible fate, and that Sarah's scary campfire story had become all too real.